Paving the Way podcast. Welcome to 5 Minute Mondays with your host, Medusa. Come listen to some fascinating stories, affirmations, wisdom, and even a few interviews of people that have paved the way and are paving the way in their journey of success. Listen to their timeline of adversities from traumas to triumph, and also listen to some guidance of life and even a few workshops of living your best life, digging deep and understanding the science of happiness, learning how to bounce back, the art of being present, 7 reasons to be mindful, the power of gratitude, and so much more. Paving the Way podcast with your host, Medusa.
Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to this week's 5 Minute Mondays Paving the Way podcast with your host, Medusa. Welcome everybody. Welcome. And wow, what a great turnout from last week. Again. So we have a couple people and they said that we can mention their name and where they're from and their question. So that's going to be fun at the end of the podcast, okay? Not at the end. I'm going to do it at the beginning for last week, and then we're going to start this week's podcast. Again, guys, hello. We're on our 5th. This is the 5th episode for lesson 5 on slow good. This week is slow good. Ooh, you're moving too fast. Take a deep breath and let it last. I don't know. I just made that up. Okay. Never do that again. Oh my gosh. So much good stuff. So again, guys, if you're new here, welcome. And for everybody out there, if you've been listening and checking us out, or if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your YouTube channel and make sure you put down all of your ideas, your questions, your experiences, stuff you'd like to share. And I will get back to you and try to peek in. I know I go to YouTube. I'm going to go to YouTube after recording this week and try to answer all the questions on there. All right. So before we start, we had some great stuff on what the hell was it again? I don't even remember. Was it slow good? No, that's this week. Last week was like slow, like go slow, let flow, right? That was, just let it flow like the river, learning to let things just friction and drama and just let things take its course. That was a very good one. I love that week. And so what this is it's a year to simplify your life. And I get and gather from a lot of courses I take and or seminars, TED Talks, you name it. And I just plethora of just things, stuff, meetings, seminars, classes, and I put it all together and kind of do these courses and add and put my stuff in and put it all together. And so it's a year's course, and once a week, I have my podcast, so it drops on Mondays. Basically, I do them on Sundays. They get out there, and then they're ready for you the first thing in the morning when you're taking that drive to work or wherever you're going, or whenever you want to listen to it. Some people listen to it when they're working out. They're just driving or just need a relaxation and want to hear something good and different and positive and motivating, right? So if you are new, I've during this time I've asked people to go ahead and get a journal, and this is a special journal, and you can title it Simplifying Your Life. It's a whole year course, and it's brought together for you free, and it's a part of my teachings and stuff. I kind of do like for my coaching, which is available for purchase. The course is out. It's on Padaya. And there'll be other ways to get that is very soon. So just look up Medusa. You should be able to find it. If not, please let me know. It's a course to take, life coaching course. It's pretty amazing. So you'll see. This week is just slow good. All right. And I think it's pretty important. Again, it's kind of apropos to last week a little bit, but yeah, I've learned a lot, over the years. I have wisdom and knowledge. And so I just want to share with you some of the things that have helped me. So so let's go ahead and dig and start. And before we do, I think we should go into the questions. And for some of this stuff here from last week, and we can say the state, I'm not going to give last names and their questions, right? So we've got, I gathered like 3, okay? And hopefully this will help you guys in understanding. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that are equivalent to yours, or that maybe they're the same questions, right? Okay, so the first question is from Starlet. I love that name. That's kind of cool. Starlet. You're a star. Gosh, her mother. Can you imagine coming up with that name and the baby Starlet? That's so beautiful. Anyway, she's from Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. It's one place I've never been. I always want to go. I'm going to go. I got to go. I've got to go to Alaska. But Starlet's question is this. If your words say, this is quite interesting, really. If your words say to let it flow, how do you just flip the switch and let it flow if it's something hurtful? Well, that's a good question. And depending on what the hurt is and how deep and how long it's been there, because it might include for you to search other research involved as far as maybe it's a psychiatrist you need to see, or maybe it's a counselor, right? Maybe it's a life coach. So anything that is hurtful, depending on what it is hard to let go and just let flow. So everything is a mindset and how you go into it. So let's just say this, Starlet. Let's say that, let's say that a friend was abused, okay? And they confided in you, and you knew it was bad and illegal, but she asked you not to. And it's been eating at you since you were kids when she told you. And it's gotten worse to where it killed her. And you feel that you could have prevented her from dying, right? Okay, so I would say that if it gets that deep, you definitely would have to seek help and find out what are the correct steps for you to do. So I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that or diagnosing you or in any which way. However, if it was me, I would, since it's been so long in the years and you're still holding this guilt, that it's something you can't change now. But and have learned that if you're pretty privy because you see it and you know what to look for in other people or friends or family members. You'll know how to act on it right away with good grace and respect. And so, a lesson learned. But how do you carry that guilt, right? I would personally have a come to Jesus talk with myself and ask for forgiveness, because that's all you can do. But you were going by her rules and her respect. And you never thought it would come down to that, right? So do not beat yourself up. Find a place of your own and meditate. And maybe it is finding that place of water, by an ocean. If you don't have an ocean, maybe it's that place in the bathroom where you seclude it and take it away from everybody, and you have your mood lights and your essential oils and you're soaking, and you become grounded and whole and strong again. And it's finding that acceptance within yourself, knowing that you did good by the respect and to your friend. So it's not your fault. That is how I would deal with it. And Starlet, that's a beautiful, beautiful question. And good luck. It's going to take some deep thinking and just structure and how you're going to handle that, okay? Roger Dodger. I'm sure you haven't heard that before. Roger Dodger, Tennessee. Roger wants to know, how do you just let it flow when it's clogged? And I don't know how to take this, but there's so many I could answer this. But I think you mean, I'm not sure, relationship maybe, and hurtful, like it's one-sided. That will take you to face fear, to open it up, just to let it out there, get right to the point and right to the person, and be direct, be honest and direct. Absolutely. And that's how you unclog situations that are toxic, that are clogged, that are not, that need attention, that are not there. Yeah. So that's what I would do. All right. Hopefully that helps. And Millie, that's so cute. Millie from Rhode Island. God, I know I've been to Rhode Island. I know I have. Throughout my years of whatever I've been traveling. Did it just sound like I went from left, both, to the right? I just figured that out. I was talking on the left side of my mic. How funny is that? I just learned something. Anyway, Millie, Rhode Island. So, yeah. Millie's like, how in the hell? I'm not kidding. Millie's like, how in the hell do you just find such ease in every problem and be able to grace through it? Well, it's not easy, but I figure, what can you do? Either something is happening right then and there, or it's the past, or you see something boiling, what could happen. And you just assess the situation, and you either learn to deal with the past and let it go. Let it flow. Let it go. That's kind of like the Frozen thing I was trying, but it just didn't happen anyway. And I needed to let it go, like literally. And because you can't dwell in the past is not, it bogs you down, right? It's just you need to let something go from the past to move forward, kind of like what I was telling Starlet, right? So, gracefully, I look at every situation as, okay, so this is what's happening, this is what did, or this is, I see something, the possibilities, and that shit is going to probably go that way, so boom, boom, boom. So I assess, I put a final solution together, and so I'm already, prepared. It's like, I already do this. Like, it's already done. And I have the scenario already worked out and planned, and then another step. I don't know how. I think it was just my fight or flight situation as a child growing up and always in that mode, which is not a great mode, but it also taught me some amazing tactics. So, that's how I do it, Millie. And it hasn't been fun my whole life because I've always had to react with things like that and not graciously just have things happen and slowly grow into them to grow. It's always been, a lot of things, most of them have been rushed in my life. So that's not been fun. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Thank you, everybody. Amazing stuff there. So this week, lesson 5, I hope you guys get your journal ready, and it is slow good, right? So this week is like the meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. is just to be alive.